After the shock and horror and the initial flurry of protests, is it finally time for us to sit back and accept that this is the new normal? Oh, hell no. We're just getting started. To help us channel our passion into productivity, a small group of Harvard grad students put together a free public online course called Resistance School. Yasmin Radjy was one of those students.
We built Resistance School thinking if we were extremely successful and we, worked incredibly hard, maybe we could get 200 viewers, like maybe if we were really successful. And so we turned in our master's thesis, which was, we hadn't slept in I don't know how many days, and I'd been in an all-nighter at the library. So we turned in our thesis at 5 p.m. We all went and met for a beer, and then we gathered in a conference room with a bunch of pizza to finish the final touches on the website and the final touches on the press release and get everything ready to go to launch. That took us till 11 p.m. We clicked launch at 11, so our website went live. And then very quickly, things started to happen online that were far beyond what we expected. So I think we woke up in the morning. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think by the morning we had, 2,000 likes on our Facebook page. It had been shared, I don't know how many hundreds of times. And we were super excited, but also a little panicked.
Resistance School succeeded beyond their wildest dreams. The very first session drew 20,000 viewers in 6,000 groups from 50 states and 20 countries. The media loves to compare Resistance School with Dumbledore's army from the Harry Potter series. No, sorry, you won't be taught spells or wear an invisibility cloak during the Harvard course, but you will learn simple, powerful, practical skills for putting values into action. Yasmin grew up in Palo Alto, California, the daughter of Iranian immigrants who raised her with an international perspective and a keen sense of justice. In high school, she was appalled by the educational inequalities all around her. She planned to be a teacher, but then realized she'd have more impact changing public policy. That meant a long-term effort and a commitment to sustain political action, regardless of who is in the White House. Today, Yasmin is Virginia State Director for Mobilize America, working to elect Democrats to state legislatures in advance of 2021, when all 50 states will redraw their voting district boundaries. Convoluted gerrymandering means that often it's not voters choosing their representatives, it's representatives choosing their voters. And unless we do something, it's only going to get worse. Virginia's 2017 elections have drawn a small army of resistors, including many first-time volunteers.
There is this sense among people who are getting involved in politics for the first time that they don't have what it takes. The way to influence legislators, the way to influence voters is never through policy expertise. It's through speaking through one's heart and really, telling a personal story about why we care about things. And any human being can do that. And one woman who inspires me a lot out of our volunteers in Virginia is a woman who she's probably in her 60s, driving around her neighborhood one day, and she noticed all these different resistance signs. So, that one that says #resist, another one that has something about being opening and welcoming towards refugees. These are in any progressive neighborhood in the United States right now, these signs are everywhere. Rainbow flags, Black Lives Matter stickers, whatever. So she mapped out where all of those signs were in her neighborhood on her own little Google map that she made. And she went around her neighborhood and knocked on doors in every single one of those doors, introduced herself, explained she was with the local, Swing Left chapter, lived down the street and so on, and started raising money for candidates running for the House of Delegates in Virginia. She raised $25,000 just knocking on doors in her neighborhood. And it was just amazing. Raising $25,000 is something extremely hard to do. And this is a woman who has never done that before. Nobody trained her to do that. That is a strategy that no national organization has as a part of their, best practices and experts coming in and telling you what to do. She just innovated in this amazing way that's super high impact. And if you ask her about it, she's completely self-effacing. She doesn't see what she did as remarkable in any way.
So, do you have what it takes to volunteer? Well, of course you do. Boost your practical skills at Resist in school, then use Mobilize America's app to find out where you're needed most. Join the millions of Americans working to build a better future for everybody. This is Karen McCann saying stay tuned because we're just getting started.